I want to talk about owner finance versus rentals. I love owner financing. I like rentals. They're not my favorite, but I understand that in order to have a really good real estate portfolio, you need to kind of have a mixture of all these different things. So the way I'm running our business currently is, we're rehabbing, we're wholesaling, and then when the opportunity is right, then I will create an owner finance note, or I will pick up a property as a rental. They're both good to have. So you want the rentals because you want the tax benefits of that. But what I love about the owner finance notes is that you don't have the burden that you have with a rental property. So when you've got a rental property, it sounds like so glamorous. Everyone's talking about all the doors that they have and stuff like that. But there's also a lot of management that goes along with that. You've got to maintain the property itself, so that's maintenance. You have property taxes that have to be paid. You have to pay for insurance. Those are like really big expenses that you have. And you still own the property, right? So then you've got to deal with putting tenants in place, managing payments for them, managing deposits, things like that, them tearing up the property when they move out. So a lot of things there. What I love about the owner finance notes is that it's kind of the same thing. It's a long-term play, which is good. You want that long-term passive income as part of your portfolio. But what I love about the notes is that, you're collecting a down payment. You are not responsible for taxes and insurance. So what I do is I escrow for those, manage an escrow account for those people. And the property is no longer in my name, and you're not responsible for the maintenance of the property. It's just, I feel like it's a lot easier. It can be a little bit of a hassle if you've got to foreclose on a property, but the great thing about it is, hopefully you don't have to. That's not the ideal situation, but things happen. And I try to vet people really well. I'm not just going to stick somebody in a property just because. I want to make sure that they're qualified. I'm looking at all their debt to income ratios. I'm looking at their tax returns, things like that, and then working with a broker to get all that, done the right way. But we want to make sure that we're not setting people up for failure, because ideally I don't want to take the property back, but it does happen. But if you do get the property back, the great thing is you turn around and you sell it again. And so you've got this kind of like, if it's turning over, which hopefully it's not too often, it's not as bad as a rental where you've got people in and out 6 months, a year, whatever. It's not as a long-term of a situation as a note. The other nice thing about the note is that when you set up that note, you're setting it up on a 20-year, 30-year, whatever. So you are collecting interest also, so you're getting the payment and then you're getting the interest too over that long term. And so that, to me, I really like having that income coming in that way and without all the headaches. So that's just a little summary about kind of owner financing versus rental properties. And like I said, I don't think one is 100% better than the other, but I think if you can do a little bit of both, it really makes your portfolio a lot stronger.